Hello, dear ones, Father Peter John, coming to you from All Saints Orthodox Church in Bloomington, Indiana. Christ is in our midst. Blessed feast of the Nativity of the Theotokos to all of you. At this point, some are saying, what did he just say? The Nativity of the Theotokos, yes. In other words, in modern vernacular, we would say this is Mary's birthday. Why on earth are we celebrating Mary's birthday? I don't know, maybe because she said to the Archangel Gabriel, "Let it be done unto me according to your word," at which point she received the incarnate Christ in her womb. He took on her DNA for us and for our salvation. She was willing to offer her life in the service of God for the sake of her fellow man. I mean, wow. What a indescribable service she has done for us. So we celebrate her. We celebrate her a lot. We're grateful for her. And today we celebrate her birthday. Now, it's not an accident that we celebrate her birthday at the beginning of the ecclesiastical or the church New Year, which started September 1st. So here we are about a week in, and we are celebrating this this birth of the one who will give birth to the giver of life. Now, it got me thinking, what is it about this feast that we can draw on that will be helpful for us personally? And the answer that came to me was that everything has a beginning. Everything starts somewhere. I mean, unless, of course, we're talking about God, who is beginningless by nature, by, if you could say, definition. He has no beginning. So, but everything else, there's a cause. There's a cause. There's a start. And so in this time we see that the one who becomes the Theotokos, who bears the God-bearer, she begins with her parents, Joachim and Anna, who are barren. They are broken. The hymn says that they are ashamed before man and humbled before God because of their barrenness. And so you take these people who did not have the ability to have children. God starts with something like that is broken. He starts with something like that is incomplete. He starts with something like that, and he makes it glorious. Now, it got me actually thinking about St. John of Kronstadt. I mean, you could say this about any number of different people, both in the scriptures and in the lives of the saints, but St. John of Kronstadt, he is one of my favorites. And St. John, as a child, had a learning disability. He was flunking out of school. His father was working very hard so he could get an education, but St. John something was not connecting, was not clicking. And so St. John did not want to disappoint his father. None of us do. And so he began begging God to please heal him, take this illness away from his mind, whatever was not connecting upstairs. And so he found that beginning the next day, he was healed. And he went from being the least of the students in the class to being among the best. He received a full ride scholarship to college, which then included seminary, and went on to live a glorious life. Now, I'll say also, even in college, even after his healing, he suffered from depression. During the liturgy, he served the liturgy after he was made a priest. He served the liturgy every single morning, and he suffered from doubt in the middle of the epiclesis prayers, right? The make this bread the precious body of your Christ. He doubted every day for years. And it wasn't until he was able to pray by saying, "Lord, I don't understand it, but I will to believe it." After that, we began seeing miracles worked in his life. The long and the short is, he was a broken man. He was a broken boy. And God took him and transformed him into a great theologian, into a great preacher, speaker, a great servant of Christ, a great liturgist, a healer, a miracle worker, etc. God takes what is broken in us, he builds it up for his own glory. Christ is in our midst. He is and ever shall be.